So I got busy with the shipping. I almost forgot about doing a video today. Okay, so I just grabbed this pedernales slab and we'll see how it goes. It's going to be hard to preserve that much width. Yeah. If in a perfect world I would cut it right here and get two pieces. I don't know if I can break it there evenly. Yeah, right here and get two pieces. It's possible I could break it there, but I'm not gonna take a chance. I might break it where I don't want to break it. It naps really well. Let's see. I might just lose this part here. We'll see. I don't know exactly yet. Let me just take the edges off. Do the easy stuff first and I'll get used to it, and then we'll work on the hard stuff. So I'm not attacking the worst first on this one. I want to get used to how it flakes. It actually flakes extremely well for a raw piece of chert. Yeah. Yeah, some of the tabs are very nice. Of course, I have tabs that don't nap well at all, but some of it does nap really well. It depends on where the concrete is, and I can see there's some right there with natural crack. That might go in further right there too, so we'll see. Tabs are very similar to slabs in that respect. You kind of have to work around the defects, and you're working with something that's already thin. Sometimes you remove too much. Alright, so I got the ends all knocked off. Let's see, I do want to lose this. I want to lose that concrete stuff, so the longest part is in here. That happens to be 4 3/4. I'll probably lose this side here and drive flakes as I reduce this side. I'll drive in flakes. Thinning flakes. Already got holes. Let's see. I got some new gloves. Let's see. Not these. See, which new gloves do I use? I'm just going to grab a couple at random. I got 3 packages of new gloves from generous supporters of the channel. Yep. Nice, comfy, cozy. All right. Yeah, hopefully this will be relatively easy because I'm kind of worn out today. It was a busy day. Got a lot of traffic noises all of a sudden in the background. It was pretty quiet. Next stage is the thinning and preliminary biface thinning phase. The first phase was just to see what I got. This is a quarry blank. I would just take this home. Back in the day, yeah, and then get back to the campsite or whatever, start working it and go, oh dang, we got some nasty concrete right there I didn't remove while I was back at the quarry. Yeah. Should have taken a little more time with it. Some of you might be saying, how can I talk about how it was like back in the day when I'm using an aluminum bopper? Yeah, it's true. It's not a bopper, actually. It's a, well, I guess you could say it's not a round bopper. It's a billet. I use it because it functions well. Same principles apply to everything else. Maybe not in the exact usage of the tool, but the overall situation is the same. Still got to try to maximize it. Maximize the workpiece. There's no ring in it, which is a little bit worrisome, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. It's probably because of all the Cortex still on it. It dampens the ring. That's what I think. We shall see. Okay, where's the first strike here? Very nice. I can use these flakes for arrowheads. Or put it in a box with high quality raw flakes. My flakes are selling sometimes better than my points. Yeah. Sometimes. Very nice. Yeah, it's the material. The material's really good. Yep. I'm surprised there are still pieces like this available out there. Or maybe this was scrounged a long time ago. I haven't napped something of this quality in a long time. Yeah, I wish I still had some of the tabs I used to have back when I first started. It wasn't that difficult to find them. I would typically, like a newbie, I would reduce them down to 1/4 the size, just trying to get them bifaced. No long flakes. I wasn't able to capture the full potential back then. So nice. It's so nice of you to be so flaky. In a good way. Yeah. Alright, so then that's the biface stage, except for that. I'll take care of that a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I might have to lose some off the tip, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate. So yeah, the difficult thinning is going to start. This is the preliminary thinning, which is intermediate level thinning. Now comes the difficult thinning. Okay. There's not much concrete on this side, so I probably don't have to lose that much in the width. But I'm going to lose some. Why do I want to lose that? Because it gets real steppy. And we all know how ugly that looks. Even though the color contrast is kind of cool. Ouch. Yeah, it's not bad. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I can probably keep a lot of the width, because if I don't thin it down anymore in the middle, it can stay pretty wide. So I've done this strategy from the very beginning. Like when I first started, I just I like to grind all the way around and stuff. It's been an old technique of mine since the very first, some of the very first videos. I used to get some flack for that. Why don't you just grind where you need it, locally, sparingly? It's because I'm going to hit the whole edge, dummy. Yeah, I'm going to hit the whole edge. I'm going to go all the way around. Why should I stop and just grind locally? I'm going to hit the whole thing. and then I'll grind again all the way around and do another pass. Saves time that way. Yeah, I was always conscious about time from the beginning. I didn't have much time for myself. And one good thing about Flintknapping is you can interrupt the process. Just put everything down and you can come back to it later. As long as no one messes with your flakes. I tell everybody, don't mess with the flakes. You mean the chips, Dad? Yeah, the chips. Don't mess with them. We don't mess with them. I come back and they're messed with them. What do they do? What did the kids used to do? They used to try to flint-knap it. Flint-knap the little flakes sometimes. They knew I wouldn't say anything if they were doing flint-knapping when they should have been doing something else. Probably. Either that or it's just curiosity. But my kids like to walk around barefoot. They had plenty of shoes. Goodness knows their mom bought them tons of shoes. But no. Barefooting through the chips. Back in the day, I didn't do much glass napping. Even though I used to suggest it. You want to get into napping, start with some glass. I didn't do much glass napping because of the kids. But I had to try it, of course. I found out that bottle glass is awesome. So whenever I get a chance, and if I had some time to clean up afterwards so I don't have to leave the glass chips everywhere, I would nap some glass. None of the kids ever liked napping glass, and I can see why. And it was probably better that way. They were afraid. Yeah. Well, a lot of it was because the glass items did not survive in our house for more than, let's say, a few days before it fell on the floor and broke. Yeah. So everybody hated glass. Mom, why'd you buy glass glasses? You know we don't like glass glasses. Yeah. And then one would shatter. See, I told you. Told you we didn't like glass glasses. Dad, you want the chips? Yeah. Okay, cool. They walk away. Guess who got to clean up the glass? Guess who became the expert glass cleaner-upper? Mm-hmm. Guess who? Look at that deposit on there. That's not good. I should use steel. Some of you might be saying, "Oh, that wasn't steel. You have a departure from normal." Yeah, I've been using some aluminum. Some of you guys have keen eyeballs. You can see the difference between steel and aluminum. Steel, aluminum. Some of you can see the difference. And you knew that was steel. That was, I mean, you knew that was aluminum, not steel. See that? That's what steel can do. And you thought steel was not that great, huh? Yep. It's not that great. The material helps a lot. Yeah, it's not wrong. You say that steel is not that great. It's not wrong. I'm just teasing you. But it knocked through that platform or that striking area better than the aluminum. It just powers right through. Ooh, that one's too powerful. But I needed that. Yep. So that's it. That's all the Cortex. So not much more to go. I don't have to thin it down according to my own standards. I don't gotta thin it down no more. What for? Just the tip area and some wonky little areas down on the blade, and maybe there's some areas that could stand to have a cleaning flake or two. Yeah. Now, am I grinding too much for the aluminum? Is that why I'm not able to use the aluminum? It's funny, I was just thinking that. It's funny you would ask that question. I think that is right. I was grinding too much for the aluminum. But the steel likes it. Kind of, sort of. It doesn't like it that much because it didn't knock through that platform. It's still a raw chert, so it's acting raw. How do you nap it with antlers and stuff? With much practice and pain and consternation. Yeah. It's no picnic napping this stuff with natural tools. It's not a picnic. Although some people love it. Love natural tools. I don't really like that sort of thing. What happened there? I was trying to clean it. It's weird concrete where there wasn't any before. That's what I get for trying to thin down the thin piece. Yep. Dang it. And what about this concrete up here? What am I going to do with it? It's nasty. I don't know. Probably like I always do. Just get rid of it. Yeah, try to dive twice. That's a double diver. You didn't know that's what they're called? The double divers? Yeah. That's what it's called. But don't worry. Why don't worry, boys and girls? It's a controlled dive. Yeah. It's a controlled double dive. Yep. It's a technological marvel. There, see, you're supposed to do that. See, look. This, I'm telling this to look at this. See that? That's what you can do. Yeah, I was reading a book the other day. It says that's how a lot of people are trained. You know, someone does a really good job, and you go, "See what you can do." That's what you can do. Look and learn. They found out statistically that that's not a good strategy to take, because it could be a fluke, and a lot of times it is, and the performance usually cannot be matched every single time. You know, you have a lucky flake, and you think you can match it. It's kind of like the attitude where the maximum potential becomes the minimum standard. The maximum effort, or the maximum potential, or the maximum benefit becomes the minimum standard. And then you get all disappointed in yourself for not meeting the minimum standard. Can't be that way in flint knapping. Everything is unknown. You never know. And what could be good 1 minute, you won't be able to replicate sometimes for days or months. Say, well, I made a good flake the other day, and that was like more than the other day, like the other month ago. Yeah, I know. I thinned it really thin, and now I can't thin anything. Yeah, it's one of those things, and it's called regression to the mean, which means you're gonna be it's all gonna average out to lower than the really good stuff. It's not gonna be the really good stuff all the time. It's gonna be a lesser quality than the good stuff on average, or the good results. It's gonna be lesser quality than the good results on average. People have a hard time with it. They don't want to believe that that's what's happening. And it can mess up your knapping. If you have the expectation that if you do something really good, that means you tell yourself, okay, I learned it. Now I learned it, and I can do it over and over. No, it's not necessarily the case. You might not have learned it. You may have just done it by accident. Chances are it was a fortunate accident. You can learn from it. Yeah. I'm hitting too hard there. You can learn from it and learn from mistakes too. But some mistakes are just accidents, and some good things are just accidents. So that's why it takes so long. Ouch, I got a bad feeling about that. That crack right there. And it was going so well, huh? Well, not really. That concrete is messing that concrete is messing with me. Yep. They're messing with me big time right there. Did the steel do that? Yeah, in a way, but I hit real hard. That did it too. I pushed my luck. I think I got under it. I don't know if it's a natural crack or something I did. It looks like I got under it for the most part. So I think we're in the clear for now. I just got to even it up and try to fix that edge. It's acting raw, so it's hard to thin down. Yeah. You didn't know that raw Chert is difficult to thin down? You didn't know? Some of you heard that maybe raw Chert is stronger than heat treat, so it should be. On the contrary, easier to thin down because it stays together. It cooperates because it's strong stone. Yeah, well, there's a trade-off. You got to hit harder, and in the process of hitting harder, guess what can happen? You can hit too hard and then plink. Yeah. Back when I first started thinning, back in the day when I first said, okay, I'm going to be Mr. Thin, I used to break 3 out of 4 trying to be Mr. Thin. 3 out of 4. And then after many stress sessions, it became 2 out of 4. Okay, getting better. And many stress sessions later, 1 out of 4. And then it stayed pretty steady at 1 out of 4 for a long time. I don't know what I am at now. I couldn't even guess. It depends on what I'm doing and what stone I'm using and how fast I need to go and if I'm under any other stresses. Some stone is highly cooperative and I don't hardly break any. Yeah. Some stone lets me sneak up on it and it doesn't fuss. And I can take care of problems. I can damage control pretty easily. But some stones don't let me damage control at all. And I end up going to the islands in the middle. I wonder if I abrade less and switch back to aluminum right in the middle of the process. That's not dangerous at all. Nope. I want to see if it improves the length of the flake, although it probably does not. I still want to see. I don't know. It's risky though. Dang it. I might go back to steel. I'm looking at how far I need to go, and I gotta travel a long distance with these flakes, and I don't like that situation. It's already pretty thin, but oh well. This side naps pretty well. Let me take a chance. Really hard hit. That actually cleans it up pretty good. Except for that. Except for that. Is it ready? It's not ready. It's got a burr on it. It's got that copper burr. Copper always gets burr. Always gets a burr on it. You gotta grind it off. Since that worked all right, let's try another one. Turn. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Not looking too flabby. It's skinny. It's skinny. Now there we go again. Eating up my aluminum tool. Yeah. I could feel it step fracturing. Even that little step fracture, I could feel it do it. Yeah, it resisted a lot. I was afraid I was going to break something. I'm afraid to measure it now. But I just thought of it. Something to torture myself with. Let's see. I don't know what the original measurement was, but it is now 4. I'll have to review the video. It's a good thing I'm videoing it. It's a good thing I videoed it, or I wouldn't be able to review it to see how long it was to begin with. Yeah. Good thing. Glad I thought of it. Ooh, I'm braiding too much for the aluminum again. Dang it. Okay. I don't know. That's gonna be tough. Youch. I don't know what's in the cards for that one. That's a difficult damage control right there without taking off a lot of edge. There's concrete there right where I should be shooting a flake. So I can't shoot it there. I gotta shoot it somewhere else. Maybe I should use a less aggressive abrader. I bring this out, immediately someone's going to ask me, what is that material? It's a Harbor Freight grinding wheel. Never seen one before? I thought everyone knows what Harbor Freight grinding wheels look like for bench grinders. Well, the ones that we have. I don't know what ones you got. Maybe you got purple ones. I don't know. We have these chalk white grinding wheels that are Harbor Freight down the street. Let's see what happens, okay? Okay, let's see what happens. Turn to a fresh area, hit extremely hard, and then pray, right? Let's see. It tried. There's a little crack in there. That's not too bad though. If it was steel, that'd probably be a bigger crack. Probably would be a bigger crack if I hit it with steel. So I'm okay. I'm fine with it. What else? You gotta clean that up. Not like that. This raw stone's gonna eat up my tool. Should I use the steel? No, last time I used steel on you, you cracked. Yeah. You gotta learn. That wasn't bad. See, no cracks. No cracks right there. Why? Because the only reason is because of aluminum, right? It's not anything else. Or could it have been just a better prepared edge with a better strike? Could have been that I was just striking stupidly with the steel in a stupid way. Could be. Never know. I know it doesn't help you guys are learning. How do I know what's stupid and what's good? You're not going to know. That's why you have to watch videos. That's why you gotta practice. I watched a lot of videos when I started. Oh yes. It was fascinating. Mesmerizing. How you can clean off the surface of nasties by a well-placed flake. Yeah. Yeah, is it worth losing that much width through the whole process and only have little junky flakes later? Because these are just junky flakes, really. What can you do with them? Except listen to the little jinglings. They make such cute little jinglings. Yeah. I don't know what to do with those except save them up. Maybe I'll make some miniature points later. Never know. This video brought to you by You Never Know. I've said that a bunch of times already. Brought to you by the concept of you never know. And how to eat aluminum for lunch. Yeah. Oh, I know that didn't. I felt like it didn't. It was close. Yeah, I tried. It's not too bad though. I can probably pick that out as soon as I do another hit. I'm gonna see. Let's see. Let's pick some of it out. One pick. Two picks. Three picks. That one was alright. Kinda sorta. I could tell the copper bent on that one. Let's try it again. Let's see. Maybe we can pick a lot of it out. Yeah, that didn't work. It's not working. I'm gonna have to do some fancy flaking to clean that out. It's right on top of the concrete. Could I have foreseen and foresaw? Foreseen this circumstance? Probably. If I had a few more 1,000 points under my belt, yeah, I could have seen that. I gotta hit through the concrete to get to that. I tried everything else. Well, I gotta try to minimize the concrete first, which means more edge loss to get closer. Come on. That's what I get for not eliminating that concrete right off the bat. I left a little bit on there because I was thinking, it can't be that bad. It won't be that bad. Alright, let's take I guess we take a walk on the wild side and hit that concrete. I want to hit that concrete on the other side first, though. Should I do that other side first? Get rid of that lumpage. Then reduce it more and then take a shot. I should probably do that, yeah. Let's reduce some of that lumpage. While we're here. Is that's the same crack as before, right? Or no? Do you see it? It's right in there. I don't know how far that goes. It's bugging me. Alright, so we'll reduce that lumpage. Now we can reduce the edge a little bit more, or take back the edge. Come on. Stop eating the aluminum for lunch. I know you're hungry. Dang it. Yeah, we're just that much closer, just a little bit closer than before. It looks a little bit better now in terms of strategy. I know I shouldn't grind it so much, but I don't want to. I don't want to not grind it and then regret it. Okay. What happens when you don't grind it enough? You get a bunch of crushing and that you can't remove because it's already really thin. You can't remove without removing a lot of the edge. I don't want that situation. So grind it a lot is better than not grinding it. That's what I see. Sometimes. See if it did it. Ooh, did it do it? Let's see. What did it do? It tried to do something. I don't even know which way. There it is. Yeah, it tried to. Yeah. I'm wondering. Yeah, I could take another flake into that area. I bet you some guys are saying, yeah, I already see the opportunity to take another flake right there. Clean that up. I'm still trying to hit through that concrete though. That's the problem. I hesitate because of that concrete right there. Turn. Fresh spot. I don't think it did it. Nope. I was trying to run that ridge. I don't need to. I mean, it still functions just the same. Come on. That's what you want to do. I'll put up with a few little step fractures. Because it's a raw little booger head. Come on. Where is that? Am I going to put metal marks? I've already got metal marks. Too late. You only get like 3 tries and before it starts to get too metal marked. Some people say, use the X-Acto or use the utility blade. It's a raw chert, man. It's not gonna cooperate. Someone say, yeah, I just put the blade in there, it pops right out. I don't think so. That took some effort. See that? That's an effort flake. Some people like those better than the alternative. Yeah, it's not too bad. Let's see, I don't know. Should I mess up this excellent quality piece of stone by trying to go a little bit too far? Rolling the dice. I gotta thin the base down. Yep. I don't know. I do need to thin down the center part because that's just bugging me. But I can't seem to find a good avenue or a good sequence of flakes to do it without having to remove a bunch of edge. I'm doing this for symmetry. I'm knocking back some of that for symmetry, but yeah, it doesn't matter that much. Yeah, I can get that later. Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting till the last minute to do that. I'm not supposed to do it like that because it risks snapping the tip off. Yep. Some might say, that ain't no risk, that's absolute certainty. Yeah. It is absolute certainty if I hit too hard. Just remember, if you do that base thing, you snap the tip off, you show it to people and you say, look, I control that tip snap. Yep. They'll say, what? Yeah, I controlled it. I know just how much force to use to pop the tip right off. It's a controlled tip pop. Yeah, you know. Pull that on somebody. I pull it in my videos all the time because you know me already. But try it on someone that don't know. Some of you guys say, everybody knows your videos. Yeah, well, try that on somebody. Go up to him and say, I control that tip pop. Really? Yeah, man. Hit the base perfectly. I timed it and everything. I set up platforms and everything. It went, took off a beautiful flake and then bing, took the tip right off, just like I was planning on it. I didn't like that tip anyway. I'm doing the nooning. Yeah, you got rounded tips. So to get a rounded tip, you hit the base real hard, pops it right off, and then you just repair it, and you make a nooning. Yeah. See if that works. It works when you do the overshots, and people say, you're making a Clovis over there? I see that overshot. How come they don't go, you're making a Noonan over there? I see that tip pop. How come they don't do that? It's funny how that works. Yeah. Human brain is a funny thing. Yeah, you'll say, nah, it's not the same thing, man. You get this bias against overshots. It's not the same thing. Yeah. It's funny how that works. I think it's strange. I think it's funny. I can make fun of it. Are we seeing what we're doing? I know I'm not seeing what we're doing. And I'm right here. I'm going to thin down that tip. And if it breaks off, I'll make a Noonan. Yeah. It's not gonna break off though, because I'm about fixing the quid here. Yeah. Let's see. Quitting is a hard thing, right? Knowing when to quit. You're not quite sure when you're going to quit. So I'm fixing to get ready to quit. Yeah. You never know when. You just know it when you see it. I seen the signs. I'm going to quit. What sign is that? A little twinge in my back. I quit when I get a twinge. Ooh, that gave me a twinge right there. Yeah. That gave me a twinge in the back of my neck. Yeah. Dang it. Let's try to shape that concrete. Yeah. That's an idea. That won't break the tip off. Loves making that cute brand new leather sound. Alright, let's see if we can get through this. It's getting thinner little by little. I'll thin it down if I have to redo the whole edge. Did I clean it? Ooh, partially. Let's try some more. Let's try some more of that. Yes, sir. May I have another? Thank you, sir. May I have another? What movie is that from? The Punishment. Schoolboys, you know, with the paddle. Thank you, sir. May I have another? I'm not good at movie titles. Alright. Did that do it? Yeah. Thank you, sir. I'll take another one of those. The tip is kind of curved, but you know what? You know what that means? It means I don't care. I'll work with what I got. As I used to say, I'll make doo-doo with what I got. No. Yeah, if I break the tip off now, it'll solve the problem. By dropping it on the other flakes. That will solve the problem. I gotta mess with my notification settings. I'm getting notifications during the videos. I should have put it on maybe airplane mode, but nah. Sometimes I do get an important phone call. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see some cooperation there. Yeah, like that. Except that I can feel it on my fingertip. It tried to get me. You see the strategy I'm employing, right? It'll be steppy, but then I'll try to get it from the other side. Sometimes it don't work though. It gets sneaky and it goes to the side. See, I hit right there. Let's see. Hit right there, and it went that way instead of fanning out like a booger head. What is it trying to do? Perfect ridge, and it didn't. It didn't take the ridge. It went that way. And maybe there was another ridge I liked better, I suppose. Oh, I know what I did with my notification settings. I just reinstalled Instagram and I said, yeah, notify me. I can't resist having the Instagram on my phone because my kids post to Instagram. Did it work? Ooh, it's kind of sort of. I don't know. Am I in frame for these hits? I don't know if I'm in the frame. I'm trying to zoom in to see it. Let me see if I'm in frame for this one. Yeah, I can see. Oh, I see. I go that way. Ooh, that felt all right. Yeah. All right. That's the strategy. Let me zoom out because I think I'm all over the place and you can't see what's going on. To take the curve out, I gotta thin the tip way down. So that's what I'm doing. I go toop, 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 toop. It's like a herringbone. Or I don't know what they call that. That flake pattern. Random chaos. Yeah, that's what they call it. That's what they called it. I say it's a herringbone because I want to be all fancy. Some people just call it fingernail step fracture and chaos. You can pick it out with the X-Acto, man. X-Acto knife, man. Pick it out. I'd rather just flake it. Maybe I'll pick that one. Let's see. The thing is, I gotta look for my pick tool every time. It's usually buried. Let's see if we can get that last little bit to come off of there. No? No. It's in there. It's acting raw. It doesn't want to release it. I don't know. That's excusable, I think, for myself because it's concrete right there. Yeah. I will excuse myself on that one. Other than that, it's exceptionally good material. Sweet, sweet, sweet material. It's amazing how the best stuff can have some of the worst concrete. I mean, that's not really bad concrete. I mean, it did flake through there a little bit. If I hit that, see if I hit that with the cheater spatula tool, where is it? I better still have it. If I hit that, it'll dive. See, the angle's not that great. See, it's already thin. I could hit all kinds of stuff, but it'll dive in. Yeah, it started to dive right there. It started to dive in right there. You know, when I hit that part, there's diving right there. Diving flakes in here every so often. So that tells me if I were to strike any of those platforms, it'll just dive right in. It looks like it might clean it up, but I don't think it would. Let's see. Let's put the glove back on because I'm going to do a major hit here. Roll the dice. Yeah. Should I use the smaller aluminum? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to use on that. I want to get rid of that lump here. Or should I even try? See, I can take it from here. If I miss that, I can probably take it from up right here to get rid of that lump. It's not really that bad of a lump. It would look nice with a big old flake there, though. Yes, no, maybe. I rolled the dice. I'm gonna roll it again. Dang it. I don't know. Man, I was lucky I found that. I'm going to try to hit that again. Here we go. Rolling the dice a lot. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm reaching my limits. That's one good way to know when to stop. When you feel like you're reaching your limit. Because that's what I do, right? Might as well call it a good way. I've been doing that lately. I reach the limit of my ability and I just stop. Even though I know I could go further with it. Starting to get diminishing returns, that's when you stop. That's probably how I should answer that question. How do you know when to stop? When you start getting diminishing returns. And I can just hear it. I get diminishing returns from the moment I start. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Maybe you should stop. Maybe this ain't for you. Yeah, you get diminishing returns from the moment you start. Yeah, I don't know. Take up basket weaving. Start taking up basket weaving. When I was little, that's what the old folks used to do. No one ever thought of taking up knapping. It's all basket weaving classes. Yeah. I don't see much diminishing returns with that. I see a bunch of happy faces making baskets. They come home with a nice basket. What do they do first thing? Stuff it full of dirty laundry. Abuse it. Where's my oily old work socks? Yeah. Throw it in the basket. Why are this work socks all oily? You know, working in the oil field, that's one thing that happens. But if you're a mechanic, that happens too, I suppose. At least one foot gets oily. If by nothing else, you kick that old pan of oil out of the way. It slops right up on your boot. Dang it. How do I know these things? I was a mechanic in the Army National Guard. You didn't know that? That was my original MOS training. Light wheeled vehicle mechanic. And what did they do when I went to the motor pool? What's the first thing they put me on? Well, they found out I could weld. So I'm there. I'm welding up holes in all the old mufflers, exhaust pipage. Yeah, I'm welding. Heck, with the mechanic stuff, you know how to weld? Yeah, I can weld a little bit. I went to welding school just before I went to the boot camp. Cool, man. Go over there and weld that. All right. Oh yeah, and while you're doing it, show 3 other guys how to do it too. We got a ton. We got a ton of holes and everything. That's what I did. It was 105 degrees on the tarmac at the motor pool. I'm there welding with the sleeves and everything. Yeah. And I grew up in New Hampshire, and I moved to Texas, and I joined the Texas National Guard. I didn't know what hot was until I did that. Yeah, I thought it was hot when I moved there. No, it's not hot until you start working in it. Yeah. Moving there is a piece of cake because you got air conditioning. You can go, ooh, it's hot. Just go inside. Yeah. Or go in the car and with the AC in the car. Yeah. We went through a stage where they were trying to save money. We did inventories on all our equipment. We found out how much screwdrivers cost. Like $50 screwdrivers and stuff. They say, no more of this stuff. We're going to try to start saving money. One of the first things they did was they told us mechanics that we're going to have to sample the oil. Don't change it. Sample it and send the samples in. Really? We don't have to change it? No, just send the sample in. Because if it's still got viscosity, no need to change it. Really? Yep, that's what the boss says. That's what the major says. Don't need to change it if it's still got viscosity in the correct amount. Okay, I'll do it. Heck, I'll sample everything. I'll be a sampling fool. So yeah, there it was, sampling all of them. Little canisters. Send them in every month. And guess what? We didn't have to change much oil at all. Turns out we were overchanging the oil. Yeah, like by a factor of 5. The oil lasted 5 times longer than we thought. Yep. That was cool. I don't know how much money it saved, but it was cool. That's it. Hour and 27 and 31 seconds is all I can stand. Can't stand no more. Three and 7/8 by 2 1/4. Now let's see in millimeters. This is 59, 58. Oh, come on, let's make it around 60. No, 58. Let's be fair. By 6, no, 7. It's going to be difficult for me to do this. If it's a 7, 7 times 8 is 56. It's probably 7. Just a little over. 8 to 1. On the Paternalis. No. Was it a Paternalis tab? I don't even remember now. I know it's a tab. But yeah. That's it. A little bit of concrete there. I rolled the dice on this side and got lucky. It didn't dive. It kind of stepped, and then I tried to fix it. And then there's still a lumpy spot there. See, I took out that lump in the middle, but then it's lumpier here. I could do another flake. I could keep getting narrower and narrower. The edge is not that sharp. So I didn't scoop out the edges. I kind of just regularized it. It feels kind of sharp because it's nice and raw. It's got a nice grippy raw edge, I should say. Yeah. But it's not scooped out very much. Yeah. It's a little bit wonky, but I just symmetrized it, and that's it. After that bite got taken out, I said, yeah, that's it. Very nice material. All right. Actually, I like making little arrowheads out of that stuff. Okay. There it is. That's it.